Oh, hi, I'm Ashley. This is our group project right here. The functions of the brain. So the section that I did was the anatomy of the adolescent brain. And as you can see from right here, I have two images that break, and then I broke it down into each section, which the brain is. So for one, it's the frontal lobe, and that is decision making, planning, and impulse control. Parietal lobe, which is number 2 right here, the little sliver on the top image, which is sensory processing. And then the temporal lobe, which is number 3, this big orange section right here, which is memory, hearing, and language. And then number 4 right here is your vision. And for number 5, it's this little guy right there where my little cursor is at. That is the amygdala, the emotional processing. 6 is the hippocampus right here, memory information, or memory formation, sorry. 7, this guy right here, that is your hypothalamus, that is hormonal control, hunger, and temperature regulation. 8 right here, this guy in the middle of the second image is your thalamus, which is your sensory, anything to do with sensory. And then 9, so on the image that I found, there was no in-depth of like cutting the brain truly in the middle. So 9 is technically right under 10, which is the yellow U shape. So 9 is like underneath that, which is the basal ganglia. That's movement. 10, where's 10 again right here, the corpus callosum connects the brain hemispheres. 11, we have it both of the brains labeled for 11. That is for your motor control, cognitive and emotional processing. And then for both, again, the long stem leading down, which is the brain stem, and that is just basic functions. So that is where all of the nerves come together and where your brain sends the signals.
Hello, Professor Norwood. My name is Tasha Wade, and I'm part of the group A3. I would like to discuss the changes in the brain as it relates to adolescent development. Some changes include the prefrontal cortex. It is important because it's responsible for long-term memory goals, and it also influences decision-making skills. The next thing I would like to discuss is the corpus callosum. It is important because it allows us to perceive depth and enables the two sides of our brain to communicate. This is vital for physical coordination and processing complicated thought patterns. The next thing I would like to discuss is the limbic system. The limbic system is important because it controls the network of interconnected brain structure that plays a pivotal role in regulating several aspects of the human behavior and emotions, while also contributing to the processing of memory and motivation. The next thing I would like to discuss is the myelination. Myelination is important because it enhances the speed and the efficiency of neural communication by wrapping around neurons and forming insulating layer, This is crucial for efficient transmission of nerve signals.
Hello, my name is Logan Love. I'm here to tell you 4 instructional strategies and activities that will help with the adolescent brain. One will be intergrade brain-based learning, which basically Uh, so brain-based learning can be especially beneficial to adolescent students because it aligns how their brains are naturally developing. A great example or activity would be to introduce stretching in between lessons or walking discussions. Two would be implement social emotional learning, which is also known as SEL. And a great activity for that would be feelings for check-in. So basically to have take out time during between lessons to have a check-in circle to people to talk about how they feel for their day. The third one would be using metacognitive strategies, which a great activity for that, great activity example for that would be thinking out loud and reading logs. So during reading, students pause to write what they're thinking, questions they have, or what might confuse them. And the fourth one will be goal setting and self-monitoring. So for each student, they can set their own goals, their own learning goals, and self-reflect on the progress that they made inside the classroom.
Okay. Hi, I'm Cam. Today I'm going to be discussing technology and adolescent learning and methods of instruction in secondary education. So to start, technology in the classroom can be very beneficial for many reasons. It can increase inclusivity, collaboration, and student engagement. According to the article titled Technology in the Classroom, Benefits and the Impact on Education by Grand Canyon University. So websites like Kahoot and Bookit increase student engagement because the interface is game-like, and it also aids in collaboration because students are able to work into teams on the tasks. And as for methods of instruction, we have peer instruction, and that allows students to teach early morning bell work. It allows them to be the teacher for a little bit. Interactive lecture, so that's popcorn reading. So if you have some vocabulary words of the week and you're reading a novel, while you are reading, you would pause and let your students jump in and read that vocabulary word, and you would continue reading. Collaborative learning, so that is group assignments. Project-based learning, book reports, essays, and video essays. And these methods of instruction support student learning in different ways and can add variety into assignments. That's it.
So
Alright.
for the next, our other questions, how do you guys think that, what were some of the successes that we had throughout this group project?
Some of the successes we had great communication amongst all of us. I think that was one of our strengths with this group.
I would have to agree as well. We were very much on it by either texting, emailing, and making sure that everyone was getting the stuff that they needed to get done. But also I feel like we also did good at giving the lending hand and making sure that if anybody needed help with any of their sections, or if they needed an extra source, we were always giving that extra helping hand, like, hey, like, if you need a little help, let us know, or let me know, kind of thing.
I agree.
Yeah. I think we were also really good at teaching each other things. Ashley, I thought you were great at kind of jazzing up our template on Canva
Me
and
too.
teaching us more about the artistry of it and making it more presentable.
Me too, I agree.
I agree as well.
Now, what would you guys say that we should do different, or would you guys do different? Personally, for me, it would definitely be more on the time, because even for today, I was just slightly late. I wasn't late to this for our meeting or anything, but I was running just a little late because of traffic and everything. So trying to keep up with it, like, oh, well, I have to get this done at this time, and not staying too behind was like something that personally I would get better at.
That same goes for me. I agree as well. Time management for me would definitely be a strong suit because working, summer school, and doing school at the same time can be a little difficult. So my schedule gets a little off. So I definitely agree that time management could be a thing we can definitely do different.
I also agree with that. all of us are working, and we it may have been a struggle, at least for me, to make it on time. So I agree that time management was one of the things that we can all work on.
Yeah, definitely.
And lastly, how do you think a project like this or collaboration with staff at your school that you'll possibly be working at can help the students at your school?
I believe it will be great with their social skills, better with working together, collaborating. I noticed in my classroom, my kids struggle with collaboration. Also, they struggle with socializing with each other. So I think this would be a great way to help build community within those students.
I
I'd agree.
also agree, because the youth tend to mirror different things. And so if we present it amongst them, there will be something for them to pick up on and mirror as well. So I totally agree.
I'd have to say that this also shows that once the student sees that the teachers and the staff are collaborating together, that shows that they actually care and that they want to be the best teachers, because no one knows everything. And so by collaborating with other teachers or other staff members throughout the school, that shows that we're also willing to learn new things as well. And then that shows that, oh, well, that we're still learning just like you guys are still learning as well. And so that definitely help them want to learn even more by seeing that we want to learn from our fellow coworkers.
I agree.
Yeah, I think definitely it takes teamwork. I don't think anyone is completely 100% successful on their own. I think we all have to lean on each other in society. And I think this teaches our students that, you need other people sometimes, and it's good to have help.
All right. Absolutely.
Well, thanks for showing up, guys.
Thank you guys a lot. You guys are great.
It's